Hey guys, Jason here with the first episode of our new series, Races of Duel Masters. In this series, I'll be going over the lore of each race released in the Duel Masters TCG. A long time ago, I might have mentioned doing a DM lore series, but because of how difficult it was to establish a proper narrative, it's unlikely I'll end up doing that, so this is probably as close as it gets. I should also mention that I'll spend more time talking about some races compared to others, and that's because some just had more source material. I plan to cover the races in release order, so in today's video I'll be talking about the light and water races introduced in Set 1. Now let's begin. Angel Commands are the most powerful soldiers in the Light Civilization, whose abilities include the creation of energy fields, spatial distortion, teleportation, and gravity manipulation. A common shared feature among them is that their weaponry hovers around their bodies, levitated but untouched by each Angel Command. Deployed around the colonies as guards, they require massive amounts of energy for activation. For this reason, Angel Commands are activated sparingly. Despite being extremely powerful, Angel Commands are not the leaders of their civilization. They are instead viewed as high-ranking military generals and still answer to their governors, the lightbringers. Berserkers are a mass-produced soldier race composed of alloy pieces connected by an energy force field. They vary in shape from tanks to battleships. Designed to serve as an invasion force, Berserkers attack indiscriminately using their lightsabers to irradiate any creatures showing signs of life. They are deployed one at a time against the enemy's main force, attacking until either the enemy is reduced to ruins or the Berserker itself is destroyed. Guardians serve as defenders of the Light Civilization. Upon detection of any alien invasion, they automatically swoop in, swarm over the intruder, and eradicate it. They are shaped like birds for increased mobility and tend to vary in size. Like Berserkers, they are composed of alloy pieces connected by an energy force field. Initiates are artificial life forms that serve the Lightbringers and are the most populous among light creatures. When not in service, they hover in the air in a holding mode, awaiting their next order. Like other soldier races of the Light Civilization, they are constructed of alloy pieces and are held together by an energy force field. Hanusa, Radiance Elemental, is widely regarded as their creator or activator. Lightbringers represent the highest authority in the Light Civilization. Many of them live in the core block of the central city, and they take turns powering the terminals that sustain the virtual space where they sleep. On the rare occasion a Lightbringer must leave Central City, it will surround itself with layers of energy, while Guardians and Initiates provide security. Within the core chamber of the Central City resides the archived data of every Lightbringer that ever existed. Those living now are merely clones of that data. For as long as the database is maintained, the race will never die. Starlight Trees are one of the very few wildlife races in the Light Civilization. Varied in size and shape, these gregarious plants float in the air, emitting a faint light. Each starlight tree is magnetically charged to attract other starlight trees while repelling other races. Since starlight trees produce a sizable magnetic field, Lightbringers grow them around the cities as natural barriers. In addition, starlight trees absorb toxins and gases and release energy back into the atmosphere for the benefit of others. So that concludes the light portion of this video, and now we can dive into the water side. Cyberlords are the dominant race of the water civilization and are responsible for creating the cyber moons, the cyber viruses, and the jellyfish. They can communicate telepathically with other cyberlords and can control other races with their brainwaves. Although they are highly advanced intellectually and technologically, they tend to resemble infants and fetuses. Each Cyberlord has a large chip installed in its head, connected by numerous glittering cables to other parts of their body. Very aware of their physical weakness, Cyberlords avoid participating in actual fights whenever possible. If necessary, they will fight using telekinesis, but they prefer not to do this because it drains them of their power. Instead, they take pride in developing skills to avoid war, including retreat and negotiation. Cyberviruses are luminous creatures artificially created by the Cyberlords. They can be as small as plankton or as big as an inchworm. They can be found at work in reconnaissance satellites, concealed in microphones, or implanted in antennas and computers. They are, in a way, a reflection of the Cyberlord's intelligence, as they have the ability to manipulate both organic and inorganic matter. Some cyberviruses are capable of disrupting the thought processes of living creatures, while others can cause machines to malfunction by rewriting their computer programs. Fish are an ancient wild race that live deep within the seas they once ruled. Their appearance has changed very little from that of their ancestors. The defense mechanisms of a fish can vary from producing electricity, making them natural enemies to those with a chip installed, to sporting poisonous needle-like tusks. However, a trait most fish have in common is having a strong armor-like exterior. Gelfish are a transparent race of liquid fish, artificially created by the Cyberlords. They can be recognized through a web of glittering cables running the length of their bodies. Able to transform from liquid to vapor or solid, gelfish have a multitude of uses, such as transportation, weaponry, and defense. Each one has a chip installed in its head that can send and receive brainwaves, but if the chip is lost or damaged, the gelfish will rage out of control. As useful as gelfish have proven to be, they can be notorious for consuming water resources at a rapid rate. There have been occasions where gelfish have grown to uncontrollable sizes and destroyed entire cities. Leviathans are the most powerful race in the water civilization. Highly intelligent, though seldomly speaking, they cannot be controlled by any other race, including the Cyberlords. With little gravity in the seas to affect their growth, they have become enormous and are sometimes mistaken for actual land masses. Liquid people are the most populous race in the water civilization. They have a transparent humanoid appearance, and their bodies are encased in fluid that can be transformed as necessary. Like gelfish, they are easily recognized by the web of glittering cables running through them, and they are able to change from liquid to solid or vapor. They are likewise versatile, as they can use their bodies for transportation on both land and water, as weaponry, and as defense. Liquid people are very refined, but lack assertion and creativity, which prevents them from making good leaders. However, they are very good at following directions and can be depended on to get the job done. And that brings me to the end of the video. I hope you're looking forward to the rest of the series, since I do have a few more episodes planned. Also, let me know in the comments what your favorite race is out of the races I covered in this episode. I'm curious to know. In the next episode, I'll be covering the Darkness and Fire races introduced in Set 1. These races are very rich in lore, and it's an episode I enjoyed putting together. But until then, thanks for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time.